Hello, my beautiful tribe babies. Today we are doing a pick a card, okay? So this is going to be a pick a pal reading, and we will let you know what spirit wants to tell you in regards to any love or money messages, as well as like general messages. But the main focus is love and money. However, there will be general messages, I'm sure, amongst it as well, okay? So this is going to be pal number 1, pal number 2, and then this is pal number 3, of course. So I try to do this. I wanted different options for you guys to pick, and you can choose more than one pal. This is a timeless message meant to find you whenever it resonates. In the reading, though, I may put a timestamp on it or, a date on it, whatever the case may be, a season. If you're catching this reading later on, then you might want to disregard that, okay? Because I will be speaking off of the energy right now, but this is meant to find you when it's supposed to. So with that being said, a special welcome back to all my OG subscribers. I love you guys deep. If you're new to this channel, he, she, they, them, and all of my readings, flip it, twist, or reverse it however you need to. However, if it do not fit, do not make a stick, okay? We do not give our power away over to Oracle Tarot or its readers. Yes. So let's get into it. So pal 1, the trinket that we have is a peace sign, right? Pal 2, we have these earrings. I need some lotion, y'all. Why my hands look like this? Okay, earrings for pal 2. And then pal 3, we have a ladybug, a little ladybug statue. All right. And then for pal 1, we have right here a moon pearl. It's a pearl moonstone, okay? As you can see. All right, so a pearl moonstone. This right here, as we all know, is rose quartz. And then for pal 3, we have this beautiful pyrite crystal. All right, so again, we have pal 1, pal 2, or pal 3. Whether you choose based off of the crystal or the trinket that is provided, that's up to you. However, if you need to pause the video, pause it. I will have all of the pals time stamped below so you can click straight on your pal, okay? The only thing I ask is that you like this reading so this reading can find more people and you can help put the trap in the algorithm, okay? Let's get into our messages. All right. Hello to those of you who chose pal 1, okay? This is your pile. So before we get started, this crystal, I've had this since like 2016, okay? I used to live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and there's this place there called Mama Betsy's. If you are from Charlotte, go ahead and drop down the city that you're, or not from Charlotte. If you're from North Carolina, drop down your, drop your city down below. Or even if you're not, even if you're from pal 1, even if you just picked pal 1 group 1, drop your city, drop your location. Something about that is very significant because, Charlotte was very magical for me. I had left home and I moved to Charlotte and I didn't know anyone there but my great uncle. Or my great uncle, excuse me. And yeah, and I was able to make a life for myself, a name for myself. And it began me traveling. Like it began me living my best life, living wherever I want to live, doing whatever I want to do. Okay. Charlotte was a very pivotal moment in my life. And so, I feel like that could resonate with someone here. Okay. But this moonstone, we have a full moon, if you're catching this in real time, that will be on May 1st in Scorpio. So something about that can be very significant, just really releasing and letting go. So also this little peace sign right here, this, I guess it's like a little charm or whatever, but one of my students gave this to me on my last day on the assignment at that school. I was working with first grade through 5th grade. And the babies used to give me stuff all the time. And so one of them gave this to me. The student was from 2nd grade, and I always kept it in my purse. It's still in my purse. I'm literally going to put this back in my purse. But, you know, I feel like whoever chose this POW, I think that both of these are very symbolic for you, because I feel like you're going to be stepping into a time in your life where it's all about, you know, peace and tranquility, and, you know, feeling the feels, feeling the vibe, just enjoying what it feels like to be in this energy. Okay. Something about energy is very significant. So you could be a water sign, okay? And you know, you could have chose this strictly off you being a water sign, or you can have water in your big three, and this moon could have called to you. You know, the color pink can be very significant. You might like the color pink. However, you know, the energy, this crystal is one of the very first crystals I've ever got, you know what I'm trying to say, like that I bought for myself. And then I have these little charms and trinkets that are gifted to me from kids. And, you know, a gift from a kid is really a wholesome thing, because it's unconditional, like they mean it, you know. And so to receive a gift from a child, if a child chose you to give you something, that's like a blessing. It's a pure blessing. So blessings are very important at this time. Okay. I feel like something's going to be very pivotal in your life that's going to allow you to view life differently, if that makes sense. That's the best way that I can put it. Okay, so this is going to be our message from the cosmos. We'll get into that later. Okay, you see this deck, you already know the vibe. These are, oh, where's my camera? Okay, you see the deck, you already know the vibe. These are my love cards. Okay, so we're going to lay these out. I probably should lift this up some more. Okay, let's see. All right, sorry guys. So that is our Cosmo. Then we have these. Can we see all of them? Okay, so POW 1, I apologize, okay? I literally had gotten a call, and it was from my what do I call it? My advisor, okay? Because I'm in school. And so my advisor was calling me to update me on some information. And again, POW 1, I know we didn't get into your message, but I feel like nothing was done through coincidence, okay? So we're going to put a pin in that. We're going to put a pin in someone calling me, okay? Because I feel like whatever this is for you, I feel like it could look different ways, okay? There could be some sort of breakthrough that's coming through for you. You could have been waiting on a call to give you the green light for something, because when I got my call, you know, he was calling me about one issue, one concern that I had. And in the midst of him calling me for that concern, calling me back in regards to my concern, he realized something else. And what he realized, there was a class that I haven't taken yet that I need to take before I could start my field experience, right? So if I wouldn't have taken this class this next semester, because this semester is finished on May 3rd, for summer, if I wouldn't have taken this class, my field experience would have been pushed behind. So therefore, everything about my schooling would have been pushed behind, because after field service, I go straight into my internships. So I'd have been pushed behind a whole season, literally. And I think that that's very important in regards to this message. There's no other reason why that happened during this time, right? So, and normally I don't take calls, but I'm like, this was like, this my advisor. It was a different state, but I know where my school is at, right? I'm like, let me answer this real quick. This is school. And in fact, it was. And so that's very important for someone, okay? But these are going to be our love cards, okay? And then our mundane, what we want to stay away from, okay? That will be that. And then these right here are going to be our money cards. All right, so let me push this up some, and let's get into this reading without any delay. Guys, I know this is gonna look crazy, but I'm trying. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. I need to clean my desk off, okay? You guys might need to be cleaning something or reorganizing. It's time to get your ducks in a row is what I'm hearing, okay? What they say, cross your T's and dot your I's. It's time to do, I'm just getting like research. It's time for you to do some research, because the class that I have to take is like research methods, and I swear I already took that. I'm like, I took that, didn't I? He's like, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a double check too, right? Because we always double check. We don't just believe what someone tells us, right? So there's a message in this, okay? Not just believing what you hear, but actually doing your own research, because look, they got their fingers crossed behind their back. You know, anyone can be telling you something, one thing and meaning another, okay? Something about that's very significant. And I was talking about research, and that's the class, and then we have connections here. So let's get into this reading, Pile 1, Group 1. I'm back. I'm ready to go. I'm good to go. So, boom. We're going to deal with the money first, and we're going to go into love, okay? And we're going to then we'll put them both together, whatever. But for Pile 1, you can be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you could have that somewhere in your big 3. That could just be a confirmation for you, or this could be a confirmation in regards to maybe a season that's coming up, okay? We just finished Aries season. We're going into Leo season again. This is a timeless reading, so depending on when you're seeing this, or, you know, this can be in regards to love. But when it comes to our money and we see this fire sign, you know, fire is all about passion and initiation, you know, getting something started. So I feel like personally, when it comes to your finances, you know, Spirit is saying that there is going to be some sort of healing that's going to take place with how you see money, your relationship with money, okay? Because I feel like there's been times where you felt unworthy for abundance, or you weren't able to manifest your desires because you felt unworthy. Something about this didn't seem true to you, right? It didn't feel right. It didn't feel good. And so I feel like when it comes to money, what Spirit wants you to know is that it is either time, or you have started healing your relationship with money, okay? Now, I will say this, even though this is the very first POW, I guarantee something about POW 2, I don't know, it seems like 1 and then 2. So I don't know if someone was trying to pick between these two. There might be messages in there for both of you, but I'm seeing someone go from POW 2 to POW 1, and now they're gonna hear me say this, okay? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know why, but that's where I'm at, so that's what I'm gonna say, okay? Someone here, that's just what it is. And so at this time, you know, once when you jumpstart this healing, the connection with your finances, or, you know, once when you really take away all the subconscious blocks and things in regards to money, how you see money, you know, I feel like you could have grew up poor, or you could have had less than, you know, the normal child would have, or the, you know, I'm also hearing like your parents could have been like, money don't grow on trees. Maybe you grew up in a 1-parent home, or maybe there was only one parent that worked, okay? You know, you could have been on assistance and all types of stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We over here in the trap, but I'm seeing like this thing of where the money is like a generational curse in a sense. Like, no one really had money, so they didn't know how to invest their money, so they just fucked their money off. And you could be that type of person. You could just fuck your money off, not even intentionally. You know what I'm saying? It's just like money burns so fast. Once when it, you know, gets in your hand, or you know how old folks be like, oh, you money be burning through your pocket, you know, whatever the case may be. I feel like that's your relationship with it, because I feel like you're like, well, I got to hurry up and spend it before someone takes it anyways, you know, before a bill collector comes anyway, something like that. And so Spirit is saying that your finances are going to be healing rather quickly, okay? And again, I believe this all starts with this intuition, with the way you view money and your relationship with it, okay? So at this time, you need to just continue to do what's best for you, and, you know, and watch the energy that you hold, okay? If you're the type that's gonna spend lots of money, then you need to know it's always gonna come back, right? If you're gonna trick off on all your money, ain't nothing wrong with it. I know people who literally are rich just so they could be tricks. Like, they help everyone. They share with everyone, okay? No one helped them get this money. They got it themselves, and they share with everyone. Like, God blessed them so they could bless others, okay? And that's just kind of what I'm picking up on. Like, if you burn money, if you burn a hole in your pocket, then you need to know it's coming back, like just an infinite supply, okay? An infinite supply. And so for some of you guys, when it comes to work and finances, you can be connecting with someone who will open up a door for you, okay? Whether this is a friend, a mentor, you know, a client, whatever, but you can be connecting with someone who's going to open up a door for you financially speaking, okay? And they're going to connect you with a lot of people. Connection is very heavy in regards to money, okay? Teamwork makes the dream work. And so, you know, allowing others to share their talents and skills with you will help your career and your business grow. So for some of you, maybe you want to start a business, but you don't know where to start, or, you know, maybe you're trying to get yourself out there. Spirit is saying, you know, for each name, for each hand that you shake, that's a dollar amount. That's an energy. Like, attach that with the frequency of getting money. You know what I'm saying? So that way you start shaking hands with the movers and the shakers and you're jugging up, you know, money coming from multiple avenues, things of that sort. So, you know, if you are trying to start a business, or if you do have a business, you need to be out there networking. Okay, you are the brand. So it doesn't matter if you meet someone inside of the Kroger's, you know what I'm saying, or if you meet someone at a networking event, you are the brand. So really start making those small connections, making the small talk with people, because you never know who needs what you do, who needs your services, or you never know who can help advance or level up your services. So this is very important for you, okay? You know, I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, whoever chose this pal, once when you do officially heal your relationship with money, money will always flow to you. The connections will always be there. You'll always be able to connect the dots to get more. Okay. You will always be able to. Okay. But it starts with that unworthiness, right? You gotta get the key to unlock this. Social media can be very prevalent for you as well. You could be making money off of social media. Maybe you're going viral. I don't know. Maybe you're an influencer, or you're about to be found that way. You know, some of you guys can be signing documentation. Maybe you can be in the next movie. Maybe you're going to be discovered for something. These are all just things that I'm hearing at this time. This is a very creative energy. Okay. This isn't someone who, you know, who step by step worked their way to the top. This is someone who makes money through living, through expressing, through desiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't someone who has to put in hard work. You just have to put in some sort of work, okay? And the rest will be given. You're very magnetic, okay? Someone here can be a Taurus, okay? I want to say that, or you can have Taurus somewhere in your chart, because, you know, Tauruses are powerful manifestors, and that's just really what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, okay? If you're an introvert, it's time for you to, you know, get outside and do that thing, okay? Please, and thank you, because there's calls being made, okay? Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't stepped in yet, but you got to meet those people. It's time for you to just... Again, it's time. You are the brand. I don't know who needs to hear that. I don't know if that needs to be an affirmation, but you are the brand. So remember that. Okay. Remember that. Now, when it's coming to love, for some of you guys, I feel like you could, I feel like you could have had a health scare, okay, in regards to yourself, okay. I don't know, maybe you thought you were pregnant or something of that sort, but something about your reproductive, your reproductive area, and something about health. So, you know, if you haven't been to the doctors, if you haven't gotten a physical or something like that in some time, maybe you should go do that, okay? Something about that is very important. I don't know, maybe you reach that age where you got to do mammograms. Maybe you have to schedule that, but Spirit is saying, you know, something in regards to your health, if that resonates. For others of you, I feel like you've been in a period where you've been making healthy choices for yourself, okay? You've been using your intuition, and, you know, you've learned how to say no. Something about boundaries. Boundaries is very significant here. So I feel like, you know, you're learning to say no. You're learning to have boundaries. You're learning to use them. And, you know, at this time, you know, it's just a very beautiful healing energy. And so I feel like whoever chose this, when it comes to love, you know, I feel like you may not be looking for love through another person as much as maybe you look through it through desires, things that you want. You know, maybe you went from being in relationships and never traveling, you know, to being single, and now you travel all over the place. Now you can do the things that you want to do. You don't have to worry about paying for you and someone else, or, you know, you don't have to worry about making someone else happy. Some of you guys at this time, you're learning how to make yourself happy, and that starts with telling people no, okay? Whoever that message is for, it starts with telling people no. It starts with picking and choosing, you know, what it is that you want to do, like, because as you should, okay? Now I do want to mention, because we have this passion and we have the fire signs. So I do see a potential for a lover to come in, or for someone to come in that you just hit it off with immediately. Okay. So whether this is a love interest or just a brand new friend, or a fling. Okay. You have someone that's coming in that there's going to be this insane chemistry. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you guys are going to really desire each other. Okay. This person coming in could be a air sign. Okay. So that's Libra, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. They don't have to be, but I feel like whoever this person is that's coming in, I feel like they have a way with their words, okay? They have a way with their words. Maybe they're into poetry or things of that sort, but something about how they speak, okay? They can have an accent or a different dialect. Maybe they speak a different language, but something about how they speak is very, wow, look, it flew back out again. It's very significant. Okay, this is someone who, you know, I'm also hearing military. So maybe this person could be in the military, but this is someone who is of high regards, high ranking. Okay, this isn't just no little bum or, you know, a child. This is a grown man, a grown woman. Okay, something of that sort. And this person is very wise. So you have a chance at, you know, you have a chance at love or someone coming in, you know, if you want to take that. But really when it comes to the love, what I'm picking up on is having those burning desires to build the connections that you need to build for yourself. Okay. Having those burning desires to take yourself out on a date, to treat yourself, to just love yourself, to put all of your good loving and energy into yourself. Okay. It's a lot of king energy, a lot of masculine energy. So I can be talking to a masculine, or maybe you're a feminine and you've been in your masculine energy for way too long. And it's like, honey, you know, you're not going to have a lover come in until you learn how to be a divine feminine. So you learn how to be a woman. Okay. Or vice versa. Maybe you're a man and maybe you're emotionally unavailable. You know, maybe you done got hurt by a bitch or something. And now all of a sudden, you know, you don't know how to love, or you don't want to, you know, do that thing. And spirit is like, you know, that needs to be healed. Okay. Something of that sort. So, you know, just take that if it resonates. Now, when it comes to, your mundane, I ask spirit, what should you stay away from? And we have sneaky, okay, number 26. So 26 can be significant. You could be born on this day. It can just, you can catch this reading on the 26th. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You could be 26 years of age. You can also be, you know, a August baby, Virgo or Leo, you know. But what I'm picking up from this energy is spirit is saying, stay away from the fake shit, or stay away from unhealthy boundaries. Okay. Talk unnecessary drama, toxic situations. No means no, right? So if you say no, now is not the time, you know, stick to that boundary. Don't say, oh no, and then turn around and do it. Don't snake yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to others. Okay. Really healthy boundaries. Also, again, something is very significant in regards to your health. So, you know, if you are active in these streets, you know, really making sure that you are taking good care of yourself. Okay. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, you know, we got some bullshit going on. Someone can be telling you something and they're lying to you. Okay. So just be wary of energy like that, or be wary of you doing those things. Okay. And then the last thing we have is our messages from the cosmos. And so, you know, the universe wants to let you know that you need to stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. Okay. So it's time for you to, the universe wants you to let go of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Okay. Let go of all that bullshit. You have a brand new, beautiful healing energy that is surrounding you, and you're really about to mature and level up is what I'm hearing. Like things are gonna just, I don't know, the energy is beautiful. Things are going to just take off in a very beautiful way for you. And again, this love for life, this newfound passion and desire that you have is really going to be the thing that drives you. Okay. So if this message resonated, go ahead and hit the like button. Other than that, drop where you're from, drop your city. Okay. And you know, let's connect. All right. I love you and I love you for free. Peace. Hello, Pal 2 Group 2. Okay, so right off the rip, someone here, you chose Pal 1. Okay, you couldn't choose between Pal 1 or Pal 2. You chose Pal 2, but you had Pal 1 on your mind. Whoever that message is for, make sure you go listen to Pal 1 as well, because it was spoken on in Pal 1. Okay. Literally, but it's someone who couldn't choose between the two and you decided to go with this. Go back and listen to 1. There's messages there for you. Now, those of you who chose Pal 2, okay, we have our rose quartz here, and we know rose quartz is all about love. You know, if you speak your desires into a rose quartz and then you hand it to a lover, okay, and you know, you will have their heart or they will have yours, right? So rose quartz is all about love, which is our heart chakra, you know, and the heart chakra is the color green. So pink and green can be very significant to you or for you. You know, maybe you're in a sorority, maybe you're AKA, whatever the case may be. But this is just it's a loving crystal. Every time anyone who's into crystals, this is one of the first crystals that you get. We already know you get your tiger's eye, you get your amethyst, your rose quartz, you know what I'm trying to say? So this is one of those very beginning, crystals, right? And so I have a bunch of rose quartz, but this one's my favorite. This used to be rough and I used to scrape it and I rub it all the time. So, for some of you, I feel like you can have a really big heart, okay? Or you can have a really, really deep heart, you know, or maybe, you know, and it's a gift and a curse, right? We won't go down that path, but we know it's a gift and a curse. And so, you know, God gave you that big heart for a reason. So don't ever let it get cold, okay? Don't ever let it go cold, not for anyone, not for anything, okay? I don't know who that message is for, but someone needed to hear that, right? So then we have these earrings, and I believe these are carnelias? I believe these are carnelias. So I got these earrings. I was living in Los Angeles, okay? So I got these earrings in Los Angeles. I went to Leimert Park on Sundays. They have their drum circles, and I purchased this from a Black-owned business, right? So whoever chose this pal, you can wrap jewelry. I've had these earrings forever. I love them. You know, you can wrap jewelry. You can you could be a water sign, or you could be into water. You know, you can find peace in the ocean, things of that sort. 'Cause we have these Cori shells here, right? Maybe you are very spiritual yourself. You know, maybe you do divinations, things of that sort. Maybe you're exploring different religions, different spiritual ceremonies. You know, maybe you wrap jewelry, maybe you make jewelry, maybe you make something, okay? Maybe there's something that you create for people. But you know, these earrings, they're just so cute and simple, but every time I wear them, I always get a lot of compliments on them, you know, they're very beautiful. They're very beautiful. So something about jewelry can be very significant. Maybe you're big into wearing jewelry. You know, maybe someone's going to gift you some jewelry, okay? Because we do have the rose quartz, okay? But really what I'm hearing is like the finer things, okay? The finer things are yet to come, or you know, you ain't seen nothing yet, okay? So something about that is very significant. So let's get into this reading, okay? So this is going to be your message from the universe. We'll get into that, okay? This right here, this is going to be what spirit wants you to stay away from, okay? These are the mundane things, what you need to look out for. We have our love cards, and then of course we have our money cards, right? So so let's put these out. Okay, so we have partying, patience, sexuality. Okay, we have pregnant, and we have air signs, right? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, self-care, author, attention, and counselor. So this is the second time that I've used these. I just did another reading, a money reading. So maybe pal 2, maybe you might want to click on the money reading as well, or maybe you're coming from that reading and that's how you found this one. I don't know which one I'm going to post yet because I literally done all of them just now, but this attention one was at the bottom of the deck, and this card was making itself very clear, very known. So something about that is very significant. Maybe there's a message in that money reading for you. It was a very positive reading, nonetheless, but you know, whenever we have this attention card, we know that we need to take notice, okay? We need to take heed, right? And so we're going to start off with the love. Let's get into it. So what we need to stay away from is the Great Crumble, okay? And then we have our message from the cosmos. So actually, we're going to start with money. I'm going to do what I did last time. Okay, so for those of you who chose this pal, I feel like Spirit is saying that you need to really wake up and pay attention to your finances, okay? Something is, I'm hearing two different things. For some of you guys, I'm hearing you're not doing enough, okay? Maybe you're lazy, or maybe you're not using the gifts that God gave you, okay? And for others of you, I hear that you're miserable, okay? I don't know. Maybe you just feel like you never make enough, or maybe, you know, your career is just, you can't take it anymore. I don't know. Maybe you don't have a career. Maybe you just do odd end jobs or whatever, but you have different passions. You know, maybe you're at a standstill because you're in school, whatever the case may be, right? Because I was talking about sororities and all that stuff. So whatever this case may be, you know, when it comes to your finances, Spirit is saying that you are the creator of your life, right? And your words have a lot of power. So whoever you are, I feel like you're going through this change where you're changing careers, or you're trying to switch something up, and your words are your wand. Your words are very powerful. For some of you guys, you might be, you know, maybe you need to look into motivational speaking, or you know, maybe you make music, something of that sort, but your words, your voice, your tone, there is a lot of power behind it. And Spirit is saying that you need to use your voice, okay? Or you need to write down your story. Something about your story could be very significant. I feel like you're the type of person where people always come to you and ask for advice. You always know what to say. You always have a listening ear. You know, you're very compassionate, you know, just in by nature. And so, I feel like the reason why you are where you're at, okay, and this is what Spirit is saying, is try to avoid this great crumble. But for some of you guys, I feel like this is what you're trying to avoid, and this is what's going to bring in this, or whatever the case may be. Does that make sense? Like, this is what Spirit wants you to avoid. They want you to avoid crumbling. But for some of you, I think that Spirit wants it all to fall down so you can rebuild, but you're not fucking letting it fall, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So what's beautiful about this is this author and this counseling card, you know, we have the galaxy, we have galaxy jars. So there's so much. Spirit is just saying there's so much that you can do within this arena, okay? But it's time for you to take that risk and put yourself first. Like, what is it that you truly want to do? Whoever I'm talking to, you're the reason why you're not making enough money, or the reason why you're not happy with work, is because you know there's something that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing it. So because you're resisting it, you're resisting wealth. And whatever this is, it's a whole lot easier than what you're doing now. This is just you being you. Okay. Again, maybe you're in school, maybe you're going to school to be a counselor, you know, or maybe you're about to start a nonprofit, something of that sort, you know, maybe you want to do facials, whatever the case may be, you know, it's something's giving an act of service. So, you know, whether it's you need to go back to school or get your LLC or whatever, or take a training class, a course, whatever, you know, there's something that you truly want to do and you're not doing it. And Spirit is saying it's time to explore it. It's time to explore it. It's time to birth this new, instead of just thinking about it, it's time to birth this new thing. And so, you know, again, this is supposed to be what you're supposed to be staying away from. But when it comes to your finances, I feel like you won't allow this great crumble to happen. Like, you won't allow it. So you're not allowing your life to really flow the way it's supposed to. You are blocking yourself, okay? Whoever you are. Okay, because you can literally, I mean, you're such a beautiful storyteller. You can literally sit around and maybe you're meant to teach. I mean, I don't know, but it's just like, you can talk anyone into anything. So I'm confused, you know, but you can't talk yourself into it, whatever. So this is what's big. Also, for some of you guys, I feel like you can be winning, a large lump sum of money, okay? Or you're going to be getting some sort of inheritance that's going to allow you to kind of be comfortable, be flexible. Again, Spirit, there's something that Spirit wants you to do. God gave you a gift, and it's time for you to use this gift, and you want to use this gift. It's like, as much as it annoys you, you can't find yourself not doing it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's very beautiful, and it's time for you to you know, just allow this to happen before it's forced upon you, okay? That's really what I'm hearing in regards to career and finances. It's like, we can't tell you how much money you're gonna make. We can't tell you nothing about it because you won't even take the steps. Like, if your money's funny, if anything's funny in your life, it's because you're not doing what God told you to do, and you know what that is. Whoever I'm talking to, you already know what it is. So there's nothing we can do about it or say about it, okay? So moving on into love, right? So, oh, also for some of you guys, you could be an air sign, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You can be this sign, or you can have someone coming into your life who might be this sign, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, right? Also, this can be something that can happen in one of these seasons, right? Gemini season is right around the corner if you're catching this in real time. So when it comes to your love life, I feel like you are, you know, living in the moment, okay? I feel like it's time for you. You're either out partying, having a good time with your friends, celebrating birthdays, doing whatever, or you just feel that need to go dance. You feel that need to be seen. You feel the need to put on that cute outfit, you know? Just going outside. It doesn't necessarily have to be partying, but having a good time, you know, with people and living in the moment is really what is going to open up a new direction in love for you. Again, there's a lot of shit's about to flip. And it's funny because this is what Spirit is saying this is supposed to be what you're supposed to avoid. This is supposed to be the mundaneness of life that you should avoid, but you've been avoiding this, and this is why this has to happen. Like, you're the complete opposite, pal, to it. It makes no sense, but here we are, right? All right. So for some of you, when it comes to love, I feel like you might be exploring your sexuality, okay? Whether that's with the same sex, opposite sex, I don't know, you know, whether that's, you know, into dominatrix, whatever the case may be, but there's something that you want to explore. Your body is yearning for something. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's the best thing that I can do. Maybe you haven't had sex in a while and you're just out here, you know, losing your mind, whatever the case may be. But I feel like your love life is going to take a turn in a naughty way. Like, it's the best way I could put it. Like, almost like you're a kid again. Like, you know, a teenager, 7 minutes of heaven, just slopping people down for no reason, whatever the case may be, right? We do have pregnancy here, so we need to be weary of you know, pregnancy at this time. Some of you guys could end up being pregnant and that knocks out all this other stuff for you, whatever. Or some of you guys might be exploring different partners and things, and then next thing you know, you find yourself in a situation, okay? Right. You know, you find yourself in a situation where you don't know who's who, what's what. Whatever, you know, not knocking anything, but these are the things that we need to say, you know. But for a lot of you, I'm hearing that, you know, you're birthing this new thing in regards to love, but this new thing is yourself. Like, you are birthing a whole new life for yourself, so everything's about to change with it, okay? So patience is needed right now. So, but again, I feel like you're too busy living life to really care about who's coming in as far as love. Like, I think that you might be okay with having a couple old friends, honey, and going about your business. You're about to have a roster. Whoever you are, you're about to have a roster, and it's okay to have a roster as long as you know, keep it right, keep it tight. But it's like, you know, there's no time is of the essence, and right now, because you're rebranding and redirecting your life, you know, you just to bring someone brand new into your life and try to keep them is just would be detrimental to your soul, because you're not even where you're about to be. You're about to go somewhere else, okay? You're about to take off your damn self. So, you know, at this time, Spirit is saying just enjoy the love of life and the love for life, and really just explore, okay? Allow yourself to explore, and, you know, be patient with yourself during this time, because, again, you have a lot going on with your finances. So the message from the cosmos is you have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it, right? Again, this great crumble. You know, we can look at this as in the wall is breaking because, you know, something needs to come out, right? So you have this beautiful bright light about you. It's time for you to be seen. It's time for you to be picky and choosing. You know what I'm trying to say? It's time for you to have 3, 4, 5 boyfriends or girlfriends, whatever the case may be. I don't know. It's time for you to have a hoe phase. Maybe, you know, I don't know who you are, but it's time for you to just do that. Be free, be loose, be wild, and just live, okay? And living, understanding that you don't have to answer to anybody. This is way deeper. It's way more than just sex, okay? You know what I'm trying to say? It's about the lust for life, okay? And being unapologetic about what you want in this life, okay? And then allowing everything to come with it, okay? What they say, money make me come. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It don't just gotta be just fucking and shit like that. But regardless of if this is an actual baby or if this is the birth of something new, something is being birthed, and it can possibly be being birthed around Gemini season. Something's in the mix, something's in the working. Okay, I see twins. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say. And so what side of the fence you gonna be on? Because there's two sides to every story, right? If this is what we're avoiding, there's two sides. Which side are you gonna tell? Okay, so if this message resonated with you, please hit that like button. Also, so I want to know who chose Pal 2. So if you chose Pal 2, Group 2, throw a star. Throw a star for these galaxies. You got a lot of galaxies here. You're about to unlock something crazy from the divine. Okay, so drop a star if it resonated with you, so that way you can receive what you want to receive from this message. Okay, I love you, and I love you for free, Pal 2. Peace. Okay, and without further delay, Pal 3. Listen, guys. So I didn't tell anybody else this, but I'm gonna tell y'all, this reading has been so hard for me to do. I mean, I'm gonna have to put like 4, 5, 6 readings together, literally. I don't know what I have going on, okay? But I'm really excited about this. So I just hear like, last but not least, you know, and then I heard dun dun dun. Right. So whoever you are, Pal 3, I feel like you knew this was your pal. You came straight to this pal, and you said you didn't give a fuck about no other pal or what the fuck any other pal has going on. Pal 1 and Pal 2, I feel like for some people it kind of went hand in hand, even though it was almost like 2 different readings. But I feel like whoever chose Pal 3, like, if you strictly just chose Pal 3, it's because this is confirmation for you. You don't need to go watch anything else. And if you watched all of them, you know, then you better have hit that like button, because big purr, you made it to the end. But yeah, let's get into this, okay? So to start off, we have my ladybug. So I've owned this ever since I lived in Charlotte. I've had this, I don't know, I've had this for years, okay? I left Charlotte in 2018. So at this point, I've had this, who knows how long, but a very long time. And I got this out of a Botanica, and it's just a good luck. It's a ladybug, right? Just for good luck. And so it's just a little trinket that I will throw in some of my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like in my little money jars or whatever the heck I'm making, whatever the case may be. I just like to keep her around, okay? So whoever you are, you can love ladybugs, okay? I'm hearing lady luck. Luck is on your side. You know, I just feel like whether you like ladybugs or not, you're stepping into a lucky time, because we know ladybugs are lucky, right? We believe in that over here. Whoever you are, you believe in the magic of life, okay? And I think that that's very important, because that means that you're going to actually manifest all this good luck that's coming to you. Now, Pal 3, I don't know what cards you have yet. I don't know what cards anyone had. I just, you know, worked them how I worked them and put them to where they belonged. But what I will say is, I picked something special from every single pal, but Pal 3, I feel like you're like my little babies, like you're like my chosen ones, like my special ones, because you got two things that are very special and important to me. All of this stuff I love, right? But these are just it's just important. So we have the ladybug. She's followed me for so long. She's always been a part of my spells. You know what I'm saying? She went literally from being my home altar at the front of my door to remove energy, you know, to being on my love altar, to, you know, being in money spells. So, you know, I feel like whoever you are, all these things are about to be fluid in your life, and they're going to be here to stay, because I've had that for so long. But this right here, this crystal is a pyrite. And so this is my great aunt's crystal, okay? And she passed away in 2003. She was born 1910, so let's talk about it, okay? She was Galageche. She was born in South Carolina, so the Carolinas can be very significant to you. But really, she's had these crystals since before her children were born, okay? And when I got these crystals, it was in 2020. I went home and I went to her house. Her son was living in the house, and he passed away too. Rest in peace. But I was like, oh my gosh, can I have these crystals? Like, how I found these crystals was very significant, because I didn't see them walking in, but I seen them on my way out, and they were on the left side of me on my way out. And I always say all my blessings are to the left. And, you know, that's when he told me, like, oh, she had those crystals for so long. He's like, those rocks. He's like, she had them rocks forever. I don't know. She said it would do this, do that, you know. And so when I took my heirloom, right, because I'm like, I have an heirloom. You know, when I took it home, I gave some of the crystals to my family members, but I'm like, I ain't giving them all up. But I finally, years later, I noticed a gold dollar that she put in there, and it was from 2003. So that was the last thing that she for sure put in that jar before she passed away, right? And just guys, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it, because right, I can do it for days. I'm gonna actually put this crystal back right now. But you know, pyrite is for money, it's for protection. She used to leave it outside of her front door. She left it outside the front door of their home, so money can always flow into their house and it would always be protected, okay? She didn't leave her pyrites in the house. They were outside by that door, okay? And that's where they remained, okay? In the same glass jar that she put them in, you know? So I feel like, again, shit's here to stay, okay? You're about to receive good luck. It's like luck is on your side. It's like finally there's nothing that you can do wrong. Like the energy is just so right and so perfect. Like it has to be nothing but God, you know? So let's get into our reading, okay? So this is going to be your message from the cosmos. These are going to be our love cards, our money cards, and then this right here is going to be the mundane, what spirit wants you to stay away from, okay? So let's get into this. Let's flip these over and we'll do this card at the end, okay? So let's see. We have the golden mirror. We have abundance, right? I told you, money. We have the teddy bear. Can you guys see this? There we go. Let's move it down. We have let go. So we have butterflies here. So ladybugs and butterflies. So you could be seeing a lot of insects right now, you know, things of that sort. I mean, summer is right around the corner. So, right. Blessings, dependent, advancement, and then we have passive income. I think I want to do it. Let's do three. Let's do it like this. Can I see? Okay, yeah, I can see better like this. I know it's not even, but whatever. All right, so Pile 3, Group 3. When it comes to your money, you're about to be receiving hella blessings, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys have an extra card. That's why this looks different. Everyone had 5 love cards and they supposed to have 3 money cards. I don't know. Whatever. Y'all, right. Because I'm like, why is it layout like this? Neither here nor there. You're going to have, baby, you're blessed. You're blessed. I don't fucking know what else to say. You're blessed. You're blessed, okay? Like, your blessings are about to start coming out of nowhere. You're going to be making a lot of passive money. It's like money's going to be falling in your hands. People are just going to want to pay you just to pay you. I mean, it's just like, God damn, like you're getting paid to breathe, okay? Do you see this money tree inside of this jar? So for some of you guys, I feel like this can come through an inheritance, okay? Or again, we have advancement here. So maybe you finally made it to the top of your career and things are finally taken off, whatever the case may be. But I see a lot of different opportunities that are coming in, and Spirit is saying, you know, when it comes to your finances and when it comes to these opportunities that come in, don't waste no time. Like, don't waste time on this. Take action, okay? Take action. This blessings card says unexpected fortune is about to come. This is a great time to enjoy the blessings pouring in. Your finances are doing well at the moment, okay? So if you're not in this energy yet, you will be stepping into this energy. You're going to just see things work out. Something's just going to work out in your favor, okay? So with this dependent card, I feel like you could have been depending on other people, or, you know, you could have really been living check to check to pay off your bills and things of that sort. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying, you got caught up in some shit and you had to pay something and now maybe it's finally getting paid off, whatever the case may be. But I feel like you were dependent on someone or something in order to kind of get by with life, you know, whether that's government assistance or whatever the case may be. I mean, shit. But whatever this is, you're advancing past this. You're no longer going to have to rely on whoever this is, whether it's government agencies or people, to help you, okay? And that's going to be a big blessing for you as well. Now, the person who used to borrow can now give. You know what I'm trying to say? You will now be able to lend to many nations, right? So this is very beautiful energy, because whoever you are, I feel like I don't know how, but somebody always had it for you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't fucking know how, but somebody always had it for you, or you always were able to figure it out, whatever, and you became dependent on that last minute struggle of, I don't got it, but fuck it, because something will shake, because you know somebody gonna do something, right? You're gonna be able to finally move out of that energy. That's toxic energy. And you're gonna be able to move into something that is just so rest assuring that, you know, you don't give a fuck, okay? Is really what I'm hearing. You don't give a fuck. Right. So the mundane things, when it comes to your finances, you need to stay away from being disorganized and undisciplined. Okay. You need to tidy up. You need to write down your goals. You need to write down what it is that you want to do, what you're trying to do. You know, it's time for you to tidy up, because you're about to receive these major blessings, and you need to show spirit that you're ready and you're prepared for them. Okay. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, are you ready for this? I don't know why, but right. Yep, we're just gonna leave that there. Okay. Some of you guys too, I'm hearing, like, you know, you're a hoarder. Like, let go of all that old stuff, baby. Let go. You don't need this shit no more. Let go of it, you know. By you being a blessing to others is what I'm hearing. You will be blessed again. So this is a time where you're going to be receiving a lot of blessings, but at the same time, you know, when you feel called to bless others, you need to bless, you need to pay it forward. Something about paying it forward is very significant here. Something about, you know, helping someone out, you know, whether it's with food or money or whatever, something about, you know, everybody helps you. You need to help others, and you don't have to help the people that help you. You can help strangers and brand new people or homeless people, whatever. But there's something about be a blessing, get a blessing, get a blessing, be a blessing, and vice versa. However you want to say it, however you want to look at it. You for sure are about to be blessed in more ways than one, and you're gonna have to pay it forward. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, if you don't, it could be detrimental to you. Okay, let's just leave that there. So when it comes to love, pile 3, like I said, y'all the chosen ones, honey. I don't know. When it comes to love and money, we're here. We're here. I mean, you can have whatever you like is what I'm hearing. You know, it's time for you to get rid of them old clothes and get you some new clothes. It's time for you to really dress the part, because some of you guys are about to be stepping into a relationship that you ain't going nowhere. Neither of y'all going anywhere. This is done. Okay, this is done. You know, the closest, the furthest y'all gonna be going is to the next motherfucking room. Okay, to give each other space. Okay, because there is a brand new beginning that's coming in your life in regards to love, and this is going to be so romantic, and it's going to just bloom into something so beautiful and so blessed and abundant. And this is something that you've been manifesting for a very long time. Some of you guys can be doing glamour magic, or you could be doing mirror magic, or even moon magic, something of that, you know. But whoever this person is coming in, baby, they fine. I just keep hearing mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all, baby? They fine. I just heard who's the finest, not the fairest, the finest of them all. This person is fine, whoever they are, you know. And I'm the type of bitch where when I say fine, yeah, looks, but I'm talking about, I like her cause she got her own. Okay, she don't need mine. She said, leave mine alone. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this person really don't need you for anything other than love. Like, they just need you because they want to be with you. Other than that, they don't need a goddamn thing from you. And at times, you know, you might be feeling like you looking at yourself in the mirror because you used to being that person that do for people, and now here this person is doing for you and they don't want nothing in return, and you don't know how to take that. You don't know how to act. You like, what? Very, very beautiful energy. Very beautiful energy. So spirit is saying, you know, this is supposed to be what you're supposed to avoid, but I feel like, you know, this is the mundane. Like, spirit isn't saying avoid tidying up. Spirit is saying you're avoiding tidying up, and you need to, because what you're about to step into or what's coming towards you, you need all new space for this. Like, I'm not saying to physically throw away everything that you fucking have. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't have to do that, but it's given, throw away everything that you got, like, so you can get new shit. If you knew that you were getting a check for $1 million and you can refurnish your brand new apartment and your clothes and all that, wouldn't you? If you knew you was getting a check to spend just on furniture and clothing and shoe, you know, baby, all your shit would be gone. It'd be in the trash. You might have 1 or 2 things that you decided to keep. You ain't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know, you know that you have all this money coming in that's designated to that simple thing. And that's just what it's giving. Like, again, not saying you have to throw anything away, but, you know, if you do have stuff you don't fit anymore, things that you don't want, start giving them out to people. Start being a blessing. Start getting rid of this stuff, because you need a brand new space to be able to hold all this blessing, all the blessings that are coming to you. Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, you about to have a lover, okay, who is gonna come stay the night at your house. They need a little part of the closet so they can put their stuff up, okay? They sick of bringing a spinning night bag. You already got part of their closet, okay? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is just, oh, guys, this is such a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful balance. Balance and harmony is finally coming into your life. Things are spicing up in all avenues, all ways. Like, the only thing that you have to do is show up and make sure that you clean the fuck up. This is that stay ready so you don't have to get ready type of energy, okay? This is that lights, camera, action type of energy. This is all eyes on you, doors opening. This is you being surrounded by all the things and people that you've always wanted to, okay? This is real life dreams coming true, okay? This is such beautiful energy. Such beautiful energy. I don't even think we need to clarify anything. I think that this is just what it is, honey. Yep, look, I said what I said. King of Swords flew out. I said what I said. We don't got to clarify a goddamn thing. You can have whatever you like, honey. You look, Eight of Swords in reverse, freedom. I just said you can have whatever you like, okay? So it's time for you to surrender to this beautiful energy, or you will be surrendering to this beautiful energy. See, with the Page of Cups, right? This is a dream come true for you. This is such beautiful energy. King of Wands. You guys have a lot coming in. And you know, get ready, baby. Get ready. Six of Cups. Get ready. Get ready. Again, stay ready so you don't got to get ready, right? I love this. This is such beautiful energy. So let's read your message from the cosmos and we'll close out this reading. When you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. I'm done. Butterfly, Mariah Carey, diva, whatever. I'm done. This is it, y'all. Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show, okay? If this reading resonated with you, I want you to drop a $sign, okay? Drop a $sign, pile 3, group 3, because y'all got everything. I mean, this was such a beautiful reading, from the things that you picked all the way down to the messages from the cards, okay? I love you and I love you for free. I'll catch you in the next reading. Peace.